These exercises are designed for girls with pelvic girdle pain during pregnancy. So there's 4 good exercises to do at home if you are experiencing any pain in your pelvis, either at the back or at the front. So we're going to start with just drawing up through the belly, engaging those deep abdominals, and then controlling an arm float in front of you for 5 seconds. So keep your back straight, keep breathing, and then return the arm, relax the belly. Again, lift through the belly, hold and breathe, and float one arm. So do these nice and slowly, 5 or 6 each side, with a nice straight back. This works the deep core muscles in your abdominals and is great for stabilizing around your pelvis. Next, we're moving into a cat stretch, where you're doing that same movement of your belly, but you're moving your spine this time. So you're rounding, lifting your belly, and then coming back down to a straight back. So this is called cat stretch. So draw your belly in, tuck, scoop, hold, and then come back down to a straight back. So 5 to 10 of these cat stretches. This will help with any pelvic pain, back pain as well. Then you'll be lying down on your side, getting ready for clams. So clams, you squeeze your heels together, you open your top knee, and try not to move your pelvis. So it's important to work these glute muscles because they stabilize your pelvis and help support that growing belly. So squeeze the heels together, make sure they're in line with your bottom and your back is straight and you're drawing your belly in. So try and do about 10 to 20 clams and holding the last one for about 10 seconds and breathing, holding the belly in, working on the endurance of that muscle. A progression of this exercise is doing it with your heels floating. So still squeezing those heels together and opening that top knee and working into that back pocket. So if you feel this more in the front of your hip of the top leg, just move your legs back further so that your heels are further behind you, and this will help access those muscles in the bottom area. Then rolling over to the other side and doing the clam exercises with the other leg. So when you're rolling over, keep your knees together and roll over like a log so that you don't open up and twist through your hips. So again, 10 to 15 with your feet either on the mat or with your heels floating, and then a long hold at the top. So really important to keep your glutes strong and activated if you're getting pelvic girdle pain. It's also important to stretch those muscles and prevent them getting too tight. So you can use a spiky ball or a tennis ball up against a wall to stretch into your glutes, and make sure you're doing regular stretches throughout the day of your glutes, sitting on a chair, crossing the ankle over, and then perform these exercises once to twice a day. So a glute stretch here, lying on your back up onto your elbows, cross the ankle over, hold for 20 to 30 seconds. As I mentioned, you can also do this in sitting. So 1 to 2 times a day, do these exercises and stretch regularly throughout the day. Then just some more leg and tummy exercises here. It's like a squat but in kneeling, where you drive your bottom back and squeeze your glutes on the way back up, hold the belly in and breathe. So 10 to 20 of these. You can have your arms floating out in front of you, or you can add some arm floats, taking your arms down and then bringing them back up and then return. So you'll feel this in your thighs. Hover your bottom on your heels, so you don't actually sit back down all the way. You just hover that bottom. Use your glutes and squeeze your bottom on the way back up. Good, so you'll feel this in the front of the thighs and finishing off with a stretch through those quads. So reaching back to grab one foot and stretch through the front of your thigh, and then the other side. And then to finish, another glute stretch, this time in a seated position. Good to do these stretches regularly throughout the day to stop the glutes getting overactive and tight. Very important if you're getting pelvic girdle pain. So hopefully this series of exercises will help you with your pelvic girdle pain during pregnancy. Make sure you see a physio if you are getting pain to get it assessed and treated.